Hello and welcome back to Fallout 76. I am Wiggle, and today we are going to have a look at Burning Love, one of the new named weapons that you get from the Nuka-World on Tour event, Tunnel of Love. Now, Burning Love is a compound bow that has the effect 50% damage to humans, so assassins, 50% V.A.T.S hit chance, and 50 damage resistance while aiming. And it also has the effect arrows create fire damage. Now, I have left this one unmodified because that's what I want to test, is actually the fire damage. I want to see what that looks like, if it's actually anything useful. Since it is a regular compound bow, you can apply all the mods that a compound bow can take. The various arrow mods you can do. You can remove the skin. If you don't like it, you can set it back to the default appearance or other skins that you may have. One issue is that it's bugged with as far as the sights go, so you can't actually add a sight to it. So the iron sight or the glow sights, even if you know them for the compound bow, you can't add them. So hopefully they get that resolved at some point, because the sights do increase the range and accuracy, at least in V.A.T.S, quite a bit. So there is that. Now, since it is an assassin's bow, I figured the best place to start testing is against human enemies. Nice language. Alright, so that does alright. The nice thing about... Okay, so against humans, which don't tend to be that strong anyway, it's pretty much a one-shot so far. Yeah, that's nice work. So, at the moment, the burning damage isn't really mattering. It doesn't seem like. Alright, we'll go over my build really quickly. I actually did a video on this exact same build, this character, and I'll post a link to that in the description if that's something you're interested in. So I have follow through maxed out, and then all the archer perks maxed out along with concentrated fire and bow before me. Also have tenderizer, and it is a critical build, so I have critical, savvy, better criticals, covert operative, bloody mess, kind of just the usual. It is a herbivore build, so I use mute fruit juice, sweetwater special blend for extra perception, blight soup for extra critical shot damage, eagle eyes for extra perception and critical shot damage, and speed demon, which helps you draw the bow faster. And my gear is just a mix of covert scout pieces for the stealth. This is definitely a stealth build. Now, I'm going to ignore the robot over there because that isn't just an auto kill, because you can target the fusion cores. Yeah, this is definitely, and you can see they're on fire. That's what I should do, is see what that does. So you see the fire damage, but it doesn't seem to be, like, his health isn't moving. So even though it's on fire, it doesn't, if it is producing damage over time, it's not significant. Yeah. Well, a tiny bit. I think I saw it move a tiny bit. I would say overall the fire damage is a bit of a fail. At least so far from what I'm seeing. Yeah, it's... I mean, you can see his health just a teeny tiny bit. His health moved after he was hit and set on fire. But yeah, for the most part, I would say that fire damage... Now, these are robots, and so maybe they have some resistance to fire. I'm not really an expert on that. I mean, I could always equip a perk. What is that? Awareness. To see, but yeah, see, I would expect with this, okay, so it's a little bit, but I would almost expect that to do a little more, maybe finish him off in that spot. Now, obviously, if I were to mod this bow with some sort of elemental damage, like, explosion or cryo, well, not cryo, but like plasma, something like that, that would help. Let's see if I can... Critical hit to the head, so it's a one-shot. Yeah, bows I find to be super accurate anyway, and so having just the 50% extra damage, you should pretty much hit every time, I think. But I'd like to see what the burning damage does against an enemy that's actually breathing, rather than... Okay, so it's quite a bit more than the robot. I mean, you can see his health is still dropping, and then it just kind of stops. So, okay, so it does something. I don't know that it's significant. I mean, it's 2 shots anyway, so... and I'm not using... I mean, I used a critical hit on that one up there. But neither one of these enemies. I mean, overall... So let's see. There's the burning damage. Yeah, it's just not doing enough. is the thing. So, I mean, they're 2 shots with or without the burning damage. Or 1 shot. If I do a critical to the head, it's a 1 shot. So, yeah, that's no different. So, I mean, it does show you the bows are actually really good. Oh, that was a rare miss. That was a miss.
I got a treat for you.
But yeah, I would say the burning damage is more of a visual gimmick than a useful effect for this gun, not gun, but for this weapon. All right, let's see what this fire damage does to Mirelurks. Maybe they're more, well, first if they die with 1 hit. Or the thing bugs out and the hit doesn't register. So, against that Mirelurk King, it doesn't really seem like the damage is... The burning damage really did anything. Yeah, they must be resistant, because his health bar is not moving at all. So, I would say against Mirelurks, it's not really useful at all. Alright, let's see what the Mirelurk Queen... Can I target the Mirelurk Queen? There we go. So there's fire. Yeah, it's not really doing anything at all. Oh, there's a Mirelurk King here somewhere. This is not a test of whether I can stay alive against Mirelurks. Now I do have some poison resistance. So, okay. And like all slow firing weapons, the bow can suffer from V.A.T.S errors as well, where hits just don't register. But as you can see, the accuracy is... Can't deny the accuracy. It's very nice. And the damage is good. I mean, bows in general are pretty good, so... They're just not super fast. Yeah, Oh, poison got me a little bit. So overall, I'd say this bow is mostly a miss. I mean, I like the effect of the 50% hit chance. I mean, these bows are already crazy accurate, so the 50% V.A.T.S hit chance, I mean, it's definitely going to help you. You're going to miss almost never. But other than that, I don't think Assassins is all that useful. Human enemies aren't that tough. Damage, resistance while aiming, I don't find that particularly useful. And the burning damage seems to mostly do little to nothing. So overall, I mean, I've been enthusiastic about the other weapons that I've tested so far. This one, I think I just kind of give a pass on. I think you're just better off just crafting a bow or a compound bow and just throwing modules at it. It'll be hard to get something that's not more useful than this one. So yeah, overall, I'm not thrilled with this one. I hope you'd enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit that subscribe button, and hope you'll join me in the next one. Thank you very much.